Good wishes, dear students. The concept you will be learning in today's class is mole concept. As you are aware, there are plenty of SI units to measure the quantity of a given material or a substance. So similarly, mole is also a type of SI unit which is used to measure the amount of substance. But since the value of 1 mole is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 Avogadro number of particles, we do not use them on a day-to-day concept, only in terms of chemistry in the laboratories. Now when I say Avogadro number of particles, what do we mean by it? The given substance or the substance that we are measuring, it may be made up of atoms or molecules or ions. Now you know that chemistry compound can be prepared by atoms or compound can be prepared by molecules or ions. So hence when we say 1 mole is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 Avogadro number of particle. If the substance is made up of atoms, we say Avogadro number of atoms. We needn't write Avogadro number. Since I'm explaining to you, I'm telling. So you can call it as a 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms or a molecules or ions. Now coming back to the practical example of it. Now when I say 1 dozen apple, what's the number comes to your mind? The word dozen stands for 12. So if I ask for apple, you will bring me 12 apples. On the other hand, if we ask for 1 dozen balls, what will you bring? 12 balls you will bring. You will not bring a 6 balls and tell me it's a 1 dozen ball. It's a half a dozen balls 6 stands for. So similarly, when you hear a word mole, all you have to remember is be it a whatever type of substance that you are taking. Whatever type of substance, it may be an atoms or a molecules or ions, the number that should come to your mind is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Let's go with a certain practical examples. Now when we say 1 mole of carbon 12 atoms, by now you know why are we considering carbon 12? It's an isotope of carbon which is found most abundantly in nature. Hence we take them to be the standard unit there. So 1 mole of carbon 12 atoms is equals to, what does 1 mole stands for? 6.022. So the same concept here. 1 mole of carbon 12 atoms is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 carbon 12 atoms it has got. Now when I say 1 mole of calcium plus ion, that is Ca plus ions, it has got 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 Ca plus ions or calcium ions. Now when we say 1 mole of water molecule, only few examples I'm giving. So when the word 1 mole should tell you, no matter whether you are considering atoms or ions or molecules, 1 mole comes up to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 water molecule. If you look at the example, I have considered the carbon atoms here. Here I have considered the calcium ions we have considered. In case of water, we are considering them to be molecules there. One more example of when we say 1 mole of oxygen atom, again it's equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 oxygen atoms. Sometimes in the textbook they will also give you as a 6.023. So whether it's a 023 or a 022, they are one and the same. The concept here is as 1 dozen, when you hear, you remember the number 12. Immaterial of the apple or a ball or a pencil or a pens. So similarly 1 mole of any chemical substance. All you have to remember is the given number, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Now this particular constant number concept was given by the scientist Avogadro. Hence it's called as an Avogadro number. Moving back to, now already you have learnt in the previous classes that atomic mass and a molar mass. Now molar mass also can be called as a molecular mass. Now what's the point of difference between atomic mass and a molar mass or a molecular mass? Very easy concept. if the substance is made up of atoms, that's the reason I stressed the point. When we say particle, the compound is made up of particles. It may be made of atoms, or it may be made of molecules, or it may be made of ions. All this you will see as we go on chapter by chapter in chemistry. So, if the substance is made up of atoms, then it's called as an atomic mass. How will you calculate the atomic mass? You have learnt it in the previous classes. Number of protons and neutrons together, when you add, you get the atomic mass. In case of isotopes are found for a particular compound, you will have to add the mass of the isotopes and take their average of it. Remember the chlorine, average of chlorine isotope that you have calculated. Coming back to molar mass, if the substance is made up of molecules, here the substance are made up of atoms, so we are calling them to be atomic mass. Mass stands for a weight, atomic weight. Now when we say molar mass or a molecular weight, if the substance are made up of molecules, then it's called as a molar mass or a molecular mass. In terms of atomic mass, we have learned the unit to be U or a AMU. U stands for Unified Atomic Mass Unit. A stands for Atomic Mass Unit. They are one and the same. We have seen detail about this. Now, in terms of molar mass or a molecular mass, the unit used here is gram per mole or a gram mole inverse. One and the same they are. Moving on to two more points you need to remember to get thorough with the concept of mole. That is, 1 mole of any substance contains Avogadro number of particles in it. I will show you the practical examples on it. Point number 2, each substance has its own mass. In spite of having, for example, when I say, as I wrote here, mass of 1 dozen orange, the weight of 1 dozen orange is not equal to weight of 1 dozen erasers. 1 dozen stands for 12 oranges and 12 erasers. But when you weigh them, the weight of oranges will not be equal to the weight of erasers. That's the point we have written. Each substance has its own mass. I have given you the example of the atomic masses of the atoms or molecules or ions I have considered here. Now what's the atomic mass of carbon? That is 12. Carbon, 12 isotopes, atomic mass is 12. Now oxygen, we have seen it very detailedly. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Atomic mass of calcium, you do not know, but I am just giving you. The later on of the chapter, we will learn how to calculate the atomic mass. So atomic mass of calcium is 40.078. Now atomic mass of hydrogen we have calculated to be 1.008. Do you remember calculating the relative atomic mass? So from there we have calculated this particular one. Now atomic mass of water molecule. Now this is in case of, these are carbon, oxygen, calcium, hydrogen. In case of water molecule, atomic mass of water is 18. So each substance has its own mass. But when it comes to 1 mole of any substance, it contains a Avogadro number of particles in it. Let me give you a practical examples. Now I have taken a Avogadro number of particles in 1 mole of sodium chloride, number of particles in 1 mole of water, number of particles in 1 mole of oxygen. If you look at it, everywhere the answer is coming up to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. That's the meaning. 1 mole of any substance contains Avogadro number of particles in it. Now moving on to the next concept. In terms of definition, how to write. You understand what's the meaning of mole and how do we understand it or how do we substitute it. Now you need to write in terms of definition. So 1 mole is equals to amount of substance that contains the same number of atoms or molecules or a particle. Particle, when we say it's same, it can be atoms or molecules or ions, as there are atoms in 12 grams of carbon 12. Because repeatedly why are we considering carbon 12 here. Now what's the meaning of it? The key word I have underlined. The concept is same number of atoms or molecules or particles is equals to those which is present in 12 grams of carbon 12. The same words I have written it in a different manner. Therefore, number of particles in 1 mole is equals to number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon 12. So the number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon 12 happens to be 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 Avogadro number. So the same amount is found, be it any substance, when you calculate the number of particle in 1 mole. And that's the page I showed you. In terms of sodium chloride when you calculate, in terms of water molecule when you calculate. Now sodium chloride, when you say, it's made up of ions, Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. Water molecule here, oxygen here, they all give up to the same answer of Avogadro number. So in terms of definition, you can write it. If this is confusing to you, you can use this method also. Both gives us the same answer. Now in terms of 1 mark question, I need to teach you a little more, understanding the concept little more easily. Now, atomic mass of hydrogen we have calculated using the relative atomic mass. So, atomic mass of hydrogen is equals to 1.008. This is Avogadro number of hydrogen atom. Am I making it clear, my children? Now, when coming back to mass of one atom of hydrogen, please understand, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1.008. When we say mass of one atom of hydrogen, so when you say atomic mass, there are Avogadro number of hydrogen atom. When we say Avogadro number, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 hydrogen atoms are there. So when you say mass of one hydrogen atom, the given answer you divide by the Avogadro number. So the number will be very small because it's made up in atoms are invisible to the eyes. Am I making my points clear? So please understand the difference between atomic mass when we say it contains the when in 1.008 there are Avogadro number of hydrogen atoms in it. But when we say mass of one hydrogen, out of this you divide by the given number, you divide by the Avogadro number. So that value will be the mass of one hydrogen atom. Now this is the mass of Avogadro number of hydrogen atom. Coming back to the same question, just see how differently they can ask you. Now molar mass of hydrogen atom. Now purposely I have underlined molar when we say, I told you molar mass or a molecular mass, they are one and the same. Hydrogen atom when you say, you consider one hydrogen atom. Molecule when you say, hydrogen is a diatomic, so you need to consider two hydrogen atoms. So the weight of one hydrogen atom is 1.008. I'm multiplying it with the 2 because it's a molecular mass is asked for you. The value we have got to be 2.016. Now the next question, mass of one hydrogen molecule. Atomic mass of hydrogen atom and mass of one hydrogen atom. What did you do? You divided this answer by Avogadro number. Same concept you have to substitute here. Molar mass is 2.016, meaning in it so many Avogadro number of hydrogen atoms are there. But when we say mass of one hydrogen molecule, this answer you divide by the Avogadro's number. Let's move on to one more thing. Now, number of hydrogen atoms in 1 mole of hydrogen atom. When we say 1 mole, how many numbers should be there? Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So, purposely they can twist you or confuse you by changing the words and take time to understand the concept that is being explained here. Coming back to another question. Number of hydrogen atoms in 1 mole of hydrogen molecule. So hydrogen atom stands for one hydrogen atom. They are asking you how many hydrogen atoms are there in 1 mole of hydrogen molecule. The word molecule stands for 2 hydrogen, diatomic. So what have you to do? 2 into the mass of one hydrogen atom is Avogadro number. 2 into multiplied with the Avogadro number. Now one more. Number of hydrogen atoms in 1 mole of water molecule. Now water molecule is made up of 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So since they are asking you only in terms of hydrogen, multiply 2 with the Avogadro's number. Because in terms of mole, the value is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Move on to the one more. Number of oxygen atoms in 1 mole of water molecule. Here in terms of hydrogen atom, here in terms of oxygen atom, one and the same. Oxygen atoms, mole of oxygen atom is also 6.022 and hydrogen atom also 6.022. So 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. The last one, number of water molecule in 1 mole of water molecule. Number of H2O molecules or water molecules in 1 mole of water molecules. The same number is applicable, 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Initially, first time when you look, it might be confusing you. 2-3 times you watch or listen to it, you will understand better. Now finishing the class with the last concept in today's class is molar volume. It's nothing. Now calculation of moles in terms of solid and a liquid is different. In terms of gaseous substance is entirely different. That is, the volume occupied by 1 mole of a gas at STP is called as a molar volume or a standard molar volume. That is, 1 mole of any gaseous substance is equals to 22.4 liter at STP. Remember children, 1 mole of any substance is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 Avogadro number. In terms of gaseous substance, 1 mole of any gaseous substance is equals to 22.4 liter at STP. Now what does that STP stands for? S stands for standard, T stands for temperature, P stands for pressure. Now the standard temperature is 273 Kelvin. Standard pressure is 1.013 into 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square. These numericals, when we work with the calculations, we will make use of it. Now let's understand the terms of it alone. Now what's the meaning of standard pressure? The normal pressure at the surface of the earth is called as a standard pressure. Now let me explain to you quickly. As I told you already, number of particles in 1 mole of sodium chloride. How do you calculate these answers to be here? The formula to be used is mass of the substance divided by the mass of a single particle. The particle, when you read, it can be atoms or molecules or ions. Now mass of the substance, how do you calculate? Do you remember relative mass, how to calculate it? That is, mass of sodium is 23. Mass of chlorine is 35.5. Why do we write 35.5? It exists in the forms of isotopes. So taking the average of the isotopes together, when you add, you are getting 58.5. We can round it off and take it to be 59. So mass of the sodium chloride substance is 59 gram divided by mass of a single particle. From where do I get this 9.7957 into 10 to the power minus 23? Do you remember? Mass of one atom, the given mass you divide by the Avogadro's number. 10 to the power 23, when it goes to the numerator, it will become a 10 to the power minus 23. I got the value. Dividing by it, you will get 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Coming back to another example, number of particles in 1 mole of water. How do we calculate the atomic mass of the water molecule? Hydrogen. Weight of one hydrogen is 1.008. Weight of one hydrogen atom. Well, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 2. When we multiply, 2.016. Now, mass of oxygen atom is 16. You have calculated already. Adding up, we get 18.006. Round off the number to be 18. So 18 divide by the Avogadro number. Why are we dividing? Because it's given mass of a single particle. So the given weight you divide by the mass of a single particle. That's the weight of 1 mole of Avogadro's number. We get the answer to be 2.9885 into 10 to the power minus 23. Further, when you divide, you get Avogadro's number to be the answer. The last example, number of particles in 1 mole of oxygen. Now, sodium chloride was in terms of solid. Water is in terms of liquid, I have shown you. Now, oxygen in terms of gas, but here I am not considering in terms of standard temperature pressure. Just I am considering it to be the gas here at a given condition. Now what's the mass of oxygen? That is, mass of one oxygen atom is 16, multiplied with the 32. So 32, when you divide by the Avogadro's number, you get the answer to be 5.3129 into 10 to the power minus 23. Further, when you divide, you get it 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. So hence, 1 mole of any substance, be it in the form of a solid or a liquid or a gas, it comes up to the same value of 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Now, similar questions are explained to you on page number 6 in your textbook. You can refer to that and cross-check for your better knowledge. Now, one more simple concept to finish with. You can also express 1 mole is equals to molecular mass in grams. It's nothing. The atomic mass that you calculate. Now, 59 is taken to be 59 gram. So, 1 gram of water is equals, 1 mole of water is equals to 18 gram. 1 mole of sodium chloride is equals to 59 gram. 1 mole of oxygen is equals to 32 gram. So, in terms of gram, there is no bigger calculations. 1 mole is equals to molecular mass in grams. So, add the given atomic weight and that happens to be the molecular mass in grams. Thank you.